It's going to be a fun one. What's your prediction here?
I predict Curse to have the upper hand here because they're bringing a lot of unknown factors into this one, and they've got the hard engage this time. We saw last time hard engage was king. Since it's so close, I'll just give it back over to that one here. I mean, GGU are no slackers there either. They have a pretty good team conk. Let's look at the Zach here for St. Vicious. He ran armor quintessence along with flat armor yellows. Okay. So he's going to be taking a lot less damage early game all around from the physical sources here.
Okay, so we are getting ourselves now in a champion select. Guys, it is Game 3 of the second semifinal. We know the winner fights TSM in the grand finals, the $50,000 match. The loser drops to 3rd place against Vulcan, and it all comes down to this. The first game, GGU almost slaughtered Curse. Second game, slugfest. Curse took it through in an hour-long match, and now here is Game 3, and it's all on the line, and here we go.
Okay, a couple of things I need to point out. Jackie is on that Malphite. So it is going to be the jungle Zach, but that's going to be, he's heading towards mid lane right now, and he's taking teleport to answer Jintae's global. So we'll have to see how quickly Jackie can get distortion boots, because right now, Twisted Fate's ultimate, much lower cooldown than teleport, so he's going to still have the edge, even though Jackie will have an answer. And the thing is, when you take a teleport on Malphite, you can't really start team fights in another side of the map without him and then have him teleport in after, because he's your initiator. You need him there from the beginning. So one of the mistakes that teams kind of make sometimes, even though when they have teleport on that guy, is they start a little bit too early without him, and then it's just too late when he comes in with that unstoppable force. So timing going to be extremely important for Curse here, as GGU now have the paranoia and the destiny on their hands.
That will be a very fun one for them. So, global pressure definitely a factor. You mentioned the teleport already from Jackie, so we'll see how the mobility affects this game. So far, these teams are defensive in their early openings. St. Vicious hopping around, just flying around. Nice little guy right there, big cute blob. A little mean, but no big deal. He's going to start up on the Wolves. Rux and Cop, happy to go double golems.
So they're going to take that experience advantage in the bottom lane. It's looking right now like Zion will be going bottom and Jintae will be going mid. How they're helping out Nintendo with the Wolves here. And it's going to be that purple side switch, sending up Domashmi and Daydream in top. So they're going to be looking for the hooks onto Voyboy. Kennen actually a very good solo laner. He can handle that long lane because of the lightning rush. He can use that one as a very effective disengage. And that's why he was originally a very strong top laner.
Okay, so St. Vicious, he's grabbed the blue buff for himself. Daydream puts an early pink ward down and tries to just deny vision away, but there's wards on kind of opposite sides of it there for Curse, both at the sort of the mid lane juncture and the very top of the map. Jintae is going to be, oh, it's a lane swap actually. They're going to send Jackie to the top and they're going to send Voyboy to mid lane up against Jintae. This could be a fun matchup.
So they want to have this Kennen heads up here with Twisted Fate. He's actually really good at bullying lanes, so they're going to try and keep Jintae under control. Anytime you do have that Twisted Fate, you want to keep the pressure on him. If you're a jungler, you want to make repeated visits over to Jintae's lane, because Zach, he can charge up that elastic slingshot from even the side pushes here in mid and jump right into Jintae.
Okay, so we'll see if he can get the pressure that he needs. Zion Spartan stuck in 1 vs 2, of course. Jackie on Malphite in the same kind of situation here. Zion's really getting pushed to his turret, though. Only 3 minion kills, not having the best of starts here.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit rough for him in the early game here. Like we always say with Vladimir, you need to get the cooldown on transfusion very low before you really start taking effect here. And so he's going to be punished a little bit early, but they're willing to take that one. And Malphite, you know, he's not doing that much better. It's Jackie in that side lane once again. And they're both just really trying to defend the turrets for damage.
All right, you just saw the jungler kind of show up there, Nintendude, try to make sure the right-hand side did not fall under too much pressure. Saint kind of trying to run around. Of course, he spotted Nintendude down there and says, look, I'm going to go for this mid lane push. You see him right there, just out of sight of Jintae. Will he go for the slingshot? He's going to get spotted. Here comes the push. Knocks him into the air. A lot of damage on Jintae. He's ignited as well. Blue card comes out. Red card. Voyboy's going to pick up the kill. Ignite is on. Will it be enough? Looks like it won't be. First blood goes to Curse.
Red Elixir definitely paying for itself right there. Voyboy doesn't go down because of it. And there we said, St. Vicious going to make those visits mid lane early and often.
Beautiful job right there. Nintendo left to pick up the scraps.
Jackie just got pulled up top, took most of his life, plus he got ignited there. So he's on his back foot right now. The minion wave is going to be pushing in, but he has teleport. So if he wanted to burn that one just to get back to lane, he could defend the damage on that turret.
He didn't even have to use his flash either, so that pull did not work quite as well as the St. Vicious gank certainly did in the mid lane. They ping out St. They knew he's coming to hold up this top lane, I should say, right now. But Mashme just trying to farm it on up. And yep, Jackie did come back, burn the teleport, and he is just going to keep catching up here.
So he came back with a Flask and a Doran Shield. That's a really defensive buy right there. Very good sustain. Doran Shield works so well with Malphite because he scales with armor really well, plus HP really well because of his passive. Extra 10% shield that will come back up every 10 seconds when you don't take damage.
Okay, so nice job there. He's going to be able to survive his lane. And actually, just to compare, the two 1v2s 20-14 right now. So Jackie is doing better than Zion Spartan in those sort of junk lanes. Mid lane, though, pretty equal. The AD carry is pretty equal as well. It's just Chris with an early lead.
And Nintendo still down bottom here. He's up to level 5 because he's been standing here sharing the lane experience, and there's another hook.
A lot of damage goes off onto him. He does at least block the hail of arrows, though, but did not block the hook, which was a bit of a scary thing for him. So Cop and Rux are getting some pressure here. Saint, he's looking around.
Yeah, he visits the mid lane once again, but Jintae's got a ward on this bottom side here. It's actually pretty dangerous for him not to have both sides of the river warded because we do have the elastic slingshot that we keep talking about. Such an effective gank tool for that mid lane.
Okay, we'll see if he can get another gank with that right there. St. Vicious maxing W first, by the way. The unstable matter, putting some AoE damage. Zion Spartan, though, forced to puddle away. Rux just getting some poked down. It's not great for that poor Vladimir. He's losing health pretty rapidly.
So we've seen some of the Koreans max their elastic slingshot first even because you do get increased range on it and it decreases the cooldown. So you can actually use it to farm jungle camps as well. It's just that you get percentage damage off of unstable matter. That's why some of the North Americans are favoring maxing that first.
Well, as you bring that up, Saint actually put 2 in W and then actually started putting points into that elastic slingshot. So it's 2W, 2E right now, keeping that 1 in stretching strike. We'll try to keep giving you updates as they build these champions up. But right now, it's Saint looking for a little bit of pressure at this top lane. If they go too aggressive on Jackie, he'll be there to turn.
Yeah, he's getting into position right here. Take your mark, St. Vicious, because they're heading up to the turret right now. And it is Ezreal. He's got an Arcane Shift. He can get away from this.
They're looking for Arcane Shift, comes across, and Saint comes across the wall and says, oh, okay, we didn't find anything. The Unstoppable Force did seem to scare away GGU, though. Level 6 Jackie.
They actually were scared by Voyboy because Voyboy was coming up and they pinged him out on this ward that they have in the river. So Voyboy may be foiling Saint's gank right there. Don't know if they would have backed off either way, but nonetheless, everybody's safe. They pull back out.
Okay, so let's take a look at what's happened so far in this game. First Blood went to Curse, bunch of crazy lanes, but the game is only 600 gold apart. So aside from that First Blood, no other advantages have been built on either side. Jintae, though, will be looking towards the blue buff soon as Nintendo goes to start up the Golem camp.
So Nintendo is level 6 now. He's got Paranoia, and since the mid lane is Kennen, it's actually really difficult to gank that one even with Paranoia. So I would expect him to combine that Paranoia with the Destiny from Jintae and do a double man gank down bottom and try and punish this Varus Thresh lane that's continually shoving up on Zion Spartan.
Uh-oh, Mashme's going to face check a brush. Saint's going to go in for this one, but a nice Arcane Shift gets him away. And let's see if they can keep on pushing. Daydreaming does take some pressure, actually pulls Saint in, and here comes the Destiny. Will they get the gank in time? They're looking for something. Oh, man, the ult comes back in from Jackie, and actually, oh, Jintae got his blocked out by Void. The flash in from Nintendo. Will they pick up Void? They do, but Jintae falls down. They trade 1 for 1. The top lane pretty much going for nothing. The mid lane, and it's a kill for a kill.
So with all that action top lane, Jintae was looking to Destiny up, but Voyboy was trying to stop it. He got the stun off. Nintendo pops the Paranoia. They end up trading in the mid lane. You're right. They traded kills, but GGU got an assisted kill. So that's an extra 50% gold for them. And Jackie now under pressure.
Oh, he's taking so much damage and will fall down under the turret. Great job to Mashme. And I gotta say, that must have been Daydreamer with a beautiful pull to make that happen. It's not like Jackie to be out of position otherwise.
So, plus that bottom turret falls at the exact same time. This top turret going down. Each of them answer. Nintendo trying to get some more advantage, even smiting this Canyon minion in the middle so that he can shove up this lane before Voyboy gets back.
And and that did work very, very well. So we have now turrets dead, 1 for 1 on each side of the map. Champions dead, 2 for 2 for each team here. The game, 1-1 apiece. This could not get closer right now.
Yeah, we're looking at another very close game here, and I would expect nothing less after what we just saw in the last game.
20-minute stomp, surrender, no problem.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
We see a tier again coming out from Don't Mash Me, lining up that, so he's looking for that Muramana. Once again, he really has a lot of faith in that Ezreal build focused on kiting.
I do like to point out, though, that he did actually always, and he did it last time, too. He rushed the BF sword first, made sure he had some damage before he transitioned into that build. I know I've seen guys just rush procs, and as an AD carry player, I got to point out, he does have real damage as well. That's important when you play Ezreal. Don't make me lose solo queue games because you built the wrong stuff. But Nintendo, though, I want to point out his stuff. We've seen a lot of Madrids. Actually, we saw it from Saint last game. He's gone Lizard Elder.
So we saw early all the top laners really just love this Spirit of the Elder Lizard. And it's actually made for junglers, and we haven't seen as many junglers picking that up anymore after the true damage got taken down a notch. This time, Nocturne, you know, he loves cooldown reduction for his ultimate as well, and AD, of course, so it's a logical buy for him as well.
Alrighty, so these builds are starting to mature. Fast sword shoes coming out from Void and Saint. Saint's going damage output.
Yeah, Saint going the DPS blob over here instead of that super tanky blob we were seeing in the top lane from so many other people here. And he split that build out pretty nicely, so he's got a nice mix of abilities here, getting some extra cooldown reduction and distance on the elastic slingshot.
That could be powerful. Over the top lane, though, here comes the teleport. It's going to be looking for Jackie, and he's forced to ult away. So ulti for ulti. Zion Spartan says, all right, well, bye. I'm going to go farm this wave then. And GGU have forced Jackie out of that side. And he just comes right back in 1v1.
Yeah, Jackie not scared that Twisted Fate could still be around. Goes back up there. Good play by him because his flash is down, so you have to not hesitate. You have to burn that one. Kurt's going to take this chance since there's 2 champions that were just top. They're trying to force this dragon here. St. Vicious has his passive available, even though he's really low.
Oh, Nintendo got the steal. They're pushing down on the St. Vicious. He will fall over, but the Ignite might take him down. But there comes the Slicing Maelstrom, finding another kill. They get a 2 for nothing. Well, 2 for Dragon, I should say. And Saint is just barely alive. Will they go in on him? He's going to look to slingshot over the wall and just recall.
He still has his cell division up, too, so they weren't even able to proc the passive there. It was, again, another nice steal from Nintendo. I guess his smite prowess is not limited to Baron. He's also quite adept at stealing away Dragon there. Kind of a cliche, actually, now at this point versus St. Vicious, just stealing away whatever you want.
Oh, Mashmi is very, very alone right here, but here comes Jinte to turn this one around against Kopp. He does dodge away from some of the hook, doesn't land either, but it's still a 2 versus 3. Mashmi and Jinte trying to run. Jinte pretty screwed at this point. Lands a stun on him. Actually, not that screwed. Oh my gosh, he's crushing down Rux, but Kopp in the fight against Mashmi, Jackie gets the kill. They get another 2 for 0.
So Kopp, because he missed his ultimate, ended up having to burn his flash later, but they still get those 2 kills. Big win for Curse right there. Even though they lost the Dragon, they pull back ahead in gold after that one.
So 500 gold now separates these teams. It's looking pretty similar to last time. Curse with a bunch of early kills, but the Globals doing pretty well for GGU here.
It's such an exciting game this time.
Yeah.
Before we had a lot of waiting time because GGU were going with that farm-centric team, but this time everybody's ready to brawl. We have a lot of disposition towards the team fights.
And that will be fun to see when they do come on in. 400 gold separates these teams. Game's still very, very close. Jackie is off on the side. He's farming up. His teleport is down, which means there will be a window for GGU when Destiny comes up in just 10 seconds. Right now he's looking at blue buff. Daydream is nearby as well, but Curse, they've got a lot of pressure in this mid lane, 4 strong, and no one's yet here to stop this one out. Nintendo's going to show up, but he gets hooked in. This could be rough. Oh my gosh, the burst damage as ult comes across, and they're going to push back Curse.
Immediately hooked right there. That's going to be a pretty big win for the pressure. Jackie doesn't have his teleport there, and he is Malphite without any jungle items here, so it takes a long time for him to take this blue buff for himself. He's almost run trying to take down this blue buff.
Thankfully, it does regenerate him, so he'll be out of that situation soon enough. Daydream in here in the mid lane. Wave clear comes out, but Curse still has the pressure advantage on this turret. Daydream is looking for a pull. He can't quite find one. He's not going to move forward enough to actually make that happen. Curse are giving the Blitzcrank just enough respect.
Who can be the hooker and who can be the hooky in the team fights here? When they stand up at the turrets, that's really going to be the initiate. We'll have to see if it's going to be Daydreamin' or if it's going to be Rux making that happen.
It's going to be an interesting match as this game pans out. We've got hooks on both sides, teleports on both sides. A lot of sort of equal but opposites so far in this match. Cop goes to farm the bottom lane. 3-0-1, by the way. The guy has a massive amount of gold. But interestingly enough, actually, he's only 300 gold above Don't Mash Me.
Pretty close right here. You can see both of them with Bloodthirsters. Pretty happy about that. There's a little bit of an advantage for Cop. He's got 10 extra damage because he got his earlier, so he's been stacking it up. But Don't Mash Me heading down bottom, so he looks like he wants to answer as well.
Does want to answer that one. St. Vicious, though, he's just grabbing the Lizard buff to himself, grabs that quite nicely. Of course, we saw Jackie get the blue buff earlier. Gente, in the same vein, has done that. The globals are up for GGU. Will they be able to force anything down? You've got Twisted Fate not quite leaving the mid lane, but Nocturne is waiting around on the backside. Mashby does not quite land any poke, but it's on GGU, I think, to make some moves here.
Yeah, we're going to see some action bottom here. There's another 45 seconds left on the teleport from Malphite, so if GGU do go for this, then they will have some alone time here with Cop and Rux.
Actually, we see St. Vicious making his way towards the bottom half of the jungle, clearing wraiths for now, but there's only a hop, skip, and a jump really away. Maybe a couple of bounces as well to be safe. And there we go. The Tri-Brush ward had been cleared out. Voice still shoving the mid lane. And, I mean, Gente's just clearing out Wraiths right now. He's really not looking for that fight yet.
Yeah, he hasn't made much more use of that Destiny. And you can see the ward line placed by Curse, really a big part of that. They've got vision whenever Gente leaves his lane. They'll see which side he goes for, and they can immediately back off.
They're going to go for the mid lane. It's actually Voidblade pops a slicing Maelstrom, and Nintendo not in a good place. There's the bounce, and they find the kill right there underneath the turret. Gente's in a bad spot as well, and look at that kill come across. Great counter engage by Curse.
Great counter gank there by St. Vicious. He was getting in position to go after Gente and take the fight to them. They were just rewarded with Nintendo's aggression right there, and now they're going to get the middle turret off the back of this one. Only another minute and 10 seconds left on the Dragon, so that one will take some prep time with the ward clearing.
Well, great job right there. And again, they're actually still pushing through right now. So a lot of pressure really here for this Curse lineup. Pushing down minions, pushing down the turret. No one's quite responding just yet. Here comes Destiny. He's going to go in for this one. Saint got his last slingshot away. There's the pull. They've knocked him back up. This should be a kill. There's Cell Division. This one shouldn't be too hard.
Whack-a-mole! Get him!
And there
got
it
the
is.
last one.
He actually gave the last hit to Mash Me too.
So that's going to be Cell Division down for 5 minutes here on St. Vicious. Won't have any extra lives in team fights now. And GGU with the power play, they've got 5 men versus 4.
And let's see where they go with this one. Mash Me's looking at the mid lane. That turret is fairly low, but does not want to fight against Cop. Instead, they ping out Dragon, but they've still got 25 seconds on it. So they're not making any moves for that. They sweep out some wards, and they're going to recall for items and prepare to challenge. Jackie, though, does have teleport, and we've seen this play out before. Curse's teleport, and GGU gets kind of strung around.
Yeah, and I also have to point out, Voidboy has rushed that Zhonya's Hourglass, an essential item on Kennen, whereas Gente just went with the Spooky Ghost. So he's looking for catches here, whereas the team fight is definitely going to be in Voidboy's hands.
Well, Zion Spartan says, Dragon's up, but I don't care. He's going 1v1 against Jackie, taking actually a lot of damage from the Sunfire Cape and everything else. Zion trying to scale his way up, though. Looks like a similar build. He's got the Revolver, he's got the cooldown boots, even got a Red Elixir, but Curse have started Dragon.
Yeah, a similar situation, too, where we have Zion on his split push Vladimir with no teleport. Means that Curse has the control over Dragon here because Jackie could make his way down there quite easily. There's nothing that Zion can do to interrupt the teleports.
He seems to not be even trying for that one. They just gave up Dragon there, GGU. They said, yeah, you're right, you have that one. We'll give that away. Right now, they, last time you said that the team fights were really, really massive for GGU. Mega Zero said that even 10,000 gold behind GGU, they would just team fight and win and team fight and win. Does GGU have that same kind of presence here? Negative.
They have a pick comp right here. Since Gente has gone with the Twin Shadows early, like we pointed out, he's lacking in that burst damage even for the ganks. He's looking just to catch someone out of position and combo the stun with the slows here. So he's going to have to punish Curse for their placement right now and find somebody out with his Destiny.
Well, we'll see if they can do that right now. The Mana Moon about halfway stacked up here for Don't Mash Me. Of course, Bloodthirster should be full by now, but you're seeing Cop really get through his items pretty successfully. He's almost at a Phantom Dancer.
That'll be a pretty big boost for him. None of them, they were used to that hour-long game where they've got 6 items, so you have to compensate for starting over now. Now you're a little bit weaker, and they did miss a few extra last hits in the beginning, but they're back to normal now. And as soon as they do get Those blasters are stacked back up. We'll be hitting hard once again. Jackie gonna be trying to defend this bottom turret while the rest of the team heading top.
Rux does take some damage there from Zion Spartan. St. Vicious is waiting up here. Those could be a 2v3. Nintendo takes a bit of poke, but they're trying to keep this turret alive. Saint just lets the E fall down, heals himself back up. Mashme looking for this turret. A lot of damage coming in from Jackie. Actually, they're kind of going for this fight right here, but he's so tanky, he just brawls them and says, don't really care. And it's up to Don't Mashme to heal himself back up. Voyboy across the wall gets some damage on the Zion Spartan, stuns him up actually down to half health. But here comes Destiny. He's looking for Void. The Slicing Maelstrom comes across and they will disengage right away. So Slicing Maelstrom for Destiny, but Jinte now caught out. The hook comes across and Rux lands it. And Jackie's going to teleport up to this top lane as well. Mashme will kill the bottom turret, but Kroos will answer with the top.
They were looking for the pick. That's not what they wanted. It was the team fight. Voyboy is like, yes, okay, you caught me. I have to stand and fight my ground. He's not going to run away. He's got Zanya's in his back pocket. Just pops his ultimate, makes Jinte pay for that one, and they're going to capitalize on this with another top turret while Daydreamin' and Don't Mashme are down bottom getting one of their own.
So they trade 2 turrets for 2, but the kill advantage did go to Curse right here. Jinte is not yet alive. The only thing they really got out of that was that Jackie's teleport takes longer to come back up.
Yep, and they also are going to have Voyboy down here bottom trying to clear this one out. It's going to mean some more money for him. He's purchased that Elixir of Brilliance, which is going to add not only cooldown reduction, but extra ability power to that Slicing Maelstrom.
So wonderful build picked up on him. We look at St. Vicious. He's picked up Spirit of the Ancient Golem to go and kind of complement the Elder Lizard for Nintendo X. And actually Zion, he's actually not finished the Spectral Wraith yet. He's going a little bit different here.
Yeah, I mean, he switched it up. He's going with that needlessly large rod because he had such a large chunk of gold in his pocket. He wanted to go with the big, efficient purchase right there, getting the extra ability power. It will add some oomph to his team fighting ability, but we just saw GGU right there. Even when they do get Twisted Fate trying to pick someone off, they paid for it and they lost a soldier.
Lost a soldier indeed. Twisted Fate. Looks like that was not on the cards for him, teammates. He did get dropped down by trying to get that gank out. Zion Spartan, though, still on the split push. We've seen him now all 3 games really try to get farmed off on the side and then take on all comers in a duel. But Curse, they're still looking hungry. They're looking for this mid lane right here. They've got 4 ready for it, and now 5 as Cop comes in.
Rux throwing out some blind hooks here, just in case somebody wants to walk into that one. Daydreamin' holding on to his, so we'll have to see if they actually want to grab anyone here because Curse's front line is really tanky.
They don't seem to be going for this just yet. Daydreamin says, you know, I don't actually want to hook Jackie. Could have and said, no, that's probably not worth it. So it doesn't make that battle happen just yet. And Curse just find another turret for themselves with just a straight push that GGU can't stop.
Saint does have his cell division back up too, so even if you do pull him in, you're going to have to finish off those 4 bloblets that are going to pop out. Meanwhile, Jackie completed that Sunfire cape, and he doesn't have his teleport, so he's going to have to start the fight with the rest of the team. Meanwhile, GGU have the option of sending Jinte to a side lane, trying to create some pressure there, and sort of get some money advantage back in the game somehow.
Okay, so there's one thing I do want to point out, though, with trying to get back into the game, is that this Ezreal is going for this sort of long-range poke and disengage build because he will be going for that Iceborne Gauntlet. Can they key off that enough to sort of get away from the Curse sort of advances, the Curse pushes, and scale it out to late game, or do they even try to?
So here's the thing about Zach. His Let's Bounce, his ultimate, not only are you able to knock people aside, but it gives him 75% tenacity too. So the slows not going to stick on him for very long. And Saint is going to be able to bounce around in that team fight, try and get GGU into a bad position.
Well, that is going to be a scary thing for them then. It's going to be a big bouncing blob, hurting their chances at winning the game. Jackie just happily pushing out in the top side, continuing to get farm. 154 on him, is winning against his mid lane sort of adversary. Jinte only at 143, and it looks like Dragon with 50 seconds to go. Cursor positioning.
Curse definitely have the upper hand again here. We've got 45 seconds left on the teleport from Jackie. He's up here with Don't Mashme in the top lane, and Don't Mashme can't really take this one heads up either, so he's just trying to CS from that bush and snipe at these ranged minions.
Well, here we go. Saint and Rux go in. They're looking for the dragon right here. I don't see anyone from GGU trying to stop this at all. So the gold lead right now, 2.3 thousand gold. That's about to be 3.3 thousand gold. These global objectives being given away to Curse right now, and they're happily taking them.
That's also going to be giving Saint enough gold to complete his Agents of the Legion on his next back. So the AoE magic damage, again, going to be rendered fairly ineffective here. Once they purchase that one, it's going to be rough for GGU to pull out the team fight now. They're really going to have to bank on picking somebody off.
Well, let's hope they can do that then if GGU wants to stay in on this game. Cop and Saint pushing the right-hand side. We're seeing just the team split up. The three-lane pushing, we saw that last game from Curse. They're doing it again right here, and the wave clear is not strong enough for GGU. The turrets are taking damage, and you know they're making slow but steady headway here. And you look at the gold, 3.2 thousand. Curse are getting ahead.
Yeah, Voyboy can't afford to stay in that mid lane and push all 3 lanes at once because there are the 2 hooks available for each team. If Daydreamin lands one of those, that's an instant initiate, and Curse are going to need all members available for the fight.
Well, it's going to be a rough situation because Jackie does not want to let all 5 people stay there. He's got Zion Spartan stuck in that top lane without a good way of leaving, but Jackie does have teleport. You've seen it work very, very well for him. And the rest of Curse are just happily camping that bottom lane, pushing, pulling a lot of pressure. With a group like this, how could GGU even get a pick?
They're just going to try and stall out right now and hope for a misplay from Curse here. It looks like Curse actually might even go in for the dive as St. Vicious is pulling back.
He does go on in. He finds Nintendo. Here comes the advantage. He pulls back Nintendo. He's going to fall right on over. Void pops Zonius. It's now Saint in the middle of the back line, taking a bunch of pain, but they go back in. Void looking for some more pressure. There's the assault force. They find another one. Jinja's going to fall down as well. 3 kills picked up. Mash be forced to run away, but here comes Zion. Can they clean up the fight? Cop taking a bunch of pain. He tries to get out away from Vladimir. The hook comes out from Wax. They find the kill. 3 so far. Can they turn this one up? Jackie forced to run away. Will he fall over? One more attack. Yes, he does. Double kill picked up. Only Void is alive, and he is running away. 4 for 3 in GGU's advantage.
As I say misplay, the words are coming out of my mouth. The tower dive happens for Curse right there. They get a little bit too far. Pay for that one. Well played by GGU. Zion able to get down there using his ghost, while Jackie had to burn his teleport. So pretty good job by them trying to make the best of a bad situation. Even though they're still on the back foot here, at least they did come out on top in that team fight.
And they shrunk the gold lead to only 2.4 thousand. So with a couple of shutdowns in their favor, of course, by getting Cop, for example, they're bringing the gold lead actually a little bit back here, and they've finally gotten to shove out their lanes and get a little bit of breathing room here. Can the pick game start finally for GGU?
Yes, because they also got some power on Jinte after that one. He was a little bit weak before with just Twin Shadows, but now he's got his Lich Bane. So he actually is going to pack some punch behind that burst damage here. And GGU can make use of the Paranoia plus Destiny combo to catch Curse out. Before, last game we were talking about GGU could not lapse in the mid-game and get caught out by the globals here. It's the same thing for Curse. Because they don't have that teleport from Jackie, if they make a misstep here and are away from the rest of the group, then GGU can capitalize on that.
We'll see if they can hold shift then and capitalize on this game. Curse have swept out Baron Nashor. They're looking to control more objectives here. No TP from Jackie, but it seems that there's content to sit there as 5.
So the build's really coming together here too. Don't Mash Me has finished up that Iceborne Gauntlet. Here comes out the Destiny. Pretty big cooldown there. So that takes away some of the threat of being caught as we have the Battle of Hooks.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to see who gets pulled in. Of course, the front line is so tanky, though, from Curse. It might not mean much here. Mash Me looking to poke a little bit. I like, actually, by the way, that Nintendo and Mash Me, I believe, are actually coordinated here, both playing the frosted versions of their champions.
I always like to see the style points. It doesn't really help you that much in game, but it gives you the extra edge with the casters.
With the casters. I'm a big fan of this GGU lineup here because of their skin choices. But the Lizard buff is under pressure right now. This is going to be a risky situation. Who's going to smite better? And does he even care right there? Picked up by... I actually have no idea who grabbed that one. Void?
Well, we've got the red buff
Void
over here on Cop and Voyboy. So Curse does come out ahead, but St. Vicious doesn't get any credit for smite skills.
No, nor does Nintendo, but I suppose neither one want to burn smite with Baron literally a screen away.
Yeah, he's over there always. There's actually no wards inside the pit, but GGU not too scared of Curse, just rushing that one. And Nintendo doing a good job of getting some vision right there. They actually even get a middle turret out of that, so gold lead shrinking once again.
Yeah, that was a nice play there by GGU overall. They got the Spooky Ghost, realized they were getting baited, got away, the turret kill picked up, but now, again, the pressure is on. 1,000 gold now. You mentioned that gold lead shrinking. Only 1,000 gold does separate these teams. Curse still holding strong, kind of just holding this sort of team together, like waiting for Jackie's ultimate. Is that really that big of a deal for them?
It's a really, really big deal. You take Malphite for the ultimate. That is...
Or the teleport, if I didn't say that.
Oh, the teleport, yeah. The teleport, not quite as big a deal as the ultimate. You're going to have that one available. The split push is actually really threatening from Jackie because he could solo Jinte. He could burst him down pretty well and keep track of him there. And plus, if Jinte uses his Destiny first, Jackie can even interrupt that one. And keep him from joining the team fight.
Daydreaming looking to threaten. Rux can't even kill the ward because you get hooked over the wall and die over to the rush of that GGU team. So the ward battle with hooks is also really interesting to watch because of how that ends up playing out here. Jackie and Voy are pushing on this mid lane though. That lovely red buff Kennen just putting out a little bit extra poke than he would otherwise. But Rux and co are running down. They want that bottom dragon.
Yeah, the Oracle's really, really good buy by Curse right here. The wards right now are just king. And GGU mirroring that buy, now daydreaming, trying to clear out more wards like you said before as well. And they're just constantly killing the wards and placing the wards.
Killing the wards and placing the wards. A 4-kill lead puts Curse up in this game. They've got +1 turret. They've got +4 kills. Oh, they got the pull into St. Vicious. Could this be enough? The Fear Tether was on. Here comes the Destiny as well. He's going to go right in onto Saint. He's, of course, popped. Let's bounce. Trying to get away. Looks like he actually will survive that encounter. And now here comes Void looking for the pressure. But the kite back comes through. There's Zion Spartan. There's a stoppable force. Will it be enough damage? Daydream trying to run away. He's so far alive. There's a cell division. They find the kill. The rampage there. Zion Spartan pops Zodius. He will flash away. Oh my gosh. He does fall to Void, but they're trying to clean up the fight. Cop trying to run. Mashby wants to pick this one up. Ult comes across, but Cop dodges it. Double kill there for Void. Mashby's not going to like this one. Tries to run from Cop. Jinte shows up. He's going to try to find Rux as well. There's Nintendo. Rux with Oracles will lose an extra 400 gold by falling over like this, and that will happen. Void dropped by an Iceborne Gauntlet. 4 for 2. GGU wins that battle.
GGU getting the pick that they wanted. Great hook by there. They were able to start the fight, and without Jackie there, we talked about how important it is to start off with that unstoppable force. He had to use the teleport and wait for Jackie to come back in. Those extra few seconds mean everything. You can see Don't Mash Me barely got away with sub 50 HP.
That was an incredibly close brawl right there. Jinte saved his teammate's life with that gold card. Oh, Jinte, you are definitely a friendly person to your team. So GGU have tied this game back up. Game 2 is an hour. Game 3, half an hour, and we look like we're only halfway done because only 200 gold separates these teams.
And look at the wards just scattered here from Curse. They're not lacking in vision. They were just lacking in seconds. They can't. There's no way you can purchase extra seconds on the Summoner's Rift here, and that's what they really wanted in that team fight. Daydreaming came out with the all-star hook right there. Even though it was on St. Vicious, they wanted to get the fight started before Jackie was there.
So that was an amazing play. Absolutely great drop on them. Oh, he pulls the blue buff away. That's going to sit there and reset for a good long time. And I think they have to wait this one out. Maybe not, actually. They're actually going to pull it right here. It is not regenerating as it stands. So Curse might be able to grab this one up successfully.
So the golem will actually not reset all the way back around. There's a circle here, basically around the spawn point, where if it goes outside of that, then it will release. Curse taking advantage of that, and they finally do pick this one up. Jackie gets the all-important cooldown reduction.
As well as a Sunfire Cape and Abyssal Scepter, Jackie is getting himself into AP Bruiser mode, and you mentioned it early, he does have the Distortion Boots.
Yeah, plus Jinte taking advantage of the downtime on the teleport from Jackie, split pushing up top here. Destiny is available, he could join at any time, and Curse really have to be careful about a second pick.
Well, here we go. Wards getting swept out. These seem like the most important things when they fight against these blind hooks here. Daydreaming, getting rich. 13 minion kills here. Almost all of them, I gotta say, are probably wards at this point. He's getting rich off of the Ruby Sightstone of Rux right here. And GGU definitely trying to control this part of the map. Jackie, though, he's got teleport up in 30 seconds. He's pushing the bottom.
So now it looks like he's going to want to put the pressure onto GGU, force them to react. Again, though, if GGU are able to start that out, we saw how effective a pull even onto St. Vicious was for them in a team fight. Could be disastrous if Jackie doesn't have quick fingers to teleport over.
Okay, so teleport getting closer and closer to up. Jinte will be heads up against him to look for something there. Again, Daydreaming just getting rich or die trying as he takes down these wards. 4v4 in the mid lane, and these guys are just trading vision. Another word comes out from GGU. What is making vision so important for these guys?
Well, we've been over it so many times. The hooks. The hooks, oh, the hooks. In Hook City, vision is king.
Population wards apparently in Hook City it is. Curse holds on through the mid lane. We still see the 1v1 on the right-hand side not going much of anywhere except towards GGU's base. Mashby wave clearing, Nintendo trying to wave clear as well. And Nintendo actually is getting a bit tanky. He's got the Runic Bulwark and the Locket picked up here. He's getting himself pretty scaled.
He is. He has a good amount of cooldown reduction with those as well. Curse making their move down to bottom here. They're not messing around with split pushing. They're going 5 again. Last time they dove this turret, it actually did not go in their favor. So they're trying to take it out before GGU are even in position to react.
And they have done that. There's 6 turrets now picked up for Curse. They've taken the entire outer and middle ring here. Wards come across. Matthew takes some poke, and Zion Spartan wave clears up in front of this turret. GG are still trying to hold on to their base. The gold, 52.0 to 52.0. It literally could not get closer in gold right now, and Curse are going to back off away from GGU's base.
Well, this is still early game here. We're only 35 minutes in.
They haven't got 6 items yet. Come on, guys. You got room to go.
Not even close here. St. Vicious taking away those wolves. All-important farm from Nintendo. Although he is 1 level down on the old Nocturne. Oh, another failed little hop there for St. Vicious. Can't quite get over the wall. Those vaults, pretty hard. He's going to have to train harder in Quap.
Indeed, Jackie. Oh my gosh, Jinte
he could go for the solo.
He's going to look for it. There's the E, there's the Q. Jinte is like, what? Scary. And then Jackie's like, you know what? I'm done with this one.
Jackie wanted the solo, but he was too far in enemy territory. Could not continue that one. Jinte could have locked him up some gold cards and called in reinforcements, so Jackie backs out after that one. Just a nice little hey, hello, how you doing?
Alrighty, so the teleports are all up. Every ultimate is available here. Every summoner spell is available here.
Boy, face checks after!
Oh my gosh, the face check, he pops Zolia's though. Is this going to be enough? Nintendo trying to stay alive. He flashes out, but can Nocturne jump in? Here comes the blob. They're going to go for the full engage right here. Zion Spartan not in a great place. Saint getting pushed back. He starts to bounce around. Jackie in the middle of the mix. Zion Spartan is exhausted and trying to run away. Nintendo under a lot of pressure. They find the push on Jackie, though. He's going to fall down. Zion's still alive. Saints goes in the background, but Mashby is perfectly safe right here. Rux falls over. They've got complete control. 2 members are dead from Curse, and no one has fallen from GGU. They get the kill up on a Zach as well. 3 for nothing. And Cop and Voidboy are forced to run away. Now they've got Baron.
GGU finally reaping the rewards of that vision war they were playing for so long with the oracles right there. Voidboy face checks the push. He dodged the bullet there from dodging the hook, but it was too far in, and Curse had no chance after this one. GGU going to grab that Baron.
So Baron Nashor, Nintendo does in fact outsmite nobody. There we go, still with the Immaculate Smite record. Nintendo picks that up successfully, and look at this. GGU, for the first time really in this game, have a gold lead. They're up almost 4,000 gold. They've got Baron, and Void's about to be out of position again.
No.
They're going in. They've got the gold card. Mashby goes in, gets the slow. This could be bad. Gold card lands. Look at the damage output. Shut down, picked up, and that is finally Voidboy's kill streak going to an end. He's down for 60 seconds, and they're going to push the top lane.
Oh, they're going to get this turret very quickly right now. They're going to probably push on the inhibitor right after that one, too. Another hook!
They push on into Daydream, a lot of pressure there, but Rux is just going to fall over right there. Now they've got a huge power play, 5v3. The inhibitor under fire. Jinte is on a rampage. Inhibitor does fall over, and Mashby will retreat.
Looks like Vision really is king in this one. Voidboy got caught out twice because they had no wards. It's like in the land of the blind, it's Daydreamin' who's the one-eyed man there. He's also the king of hooks here. He gets the crown. No wonder he is known for his solo queue, Blitzcrank, and Thresh.
So beautiful play then, and great overall orchestration by Good Game University. I gotta point out 7-1-7 on Don't Mash Me. We talked about the no death Cop and the really good Mash Me score back in their week 10 bout. We're seeing something similar here where Cop low deaths to be fair, but Mash Me is really pulling it up.
Yeah, again, every time we see this kiting Ezreal build, you take a second guess because you're like, oh, it doesn't have quite as much damage. But once he completes it with that Frostborn Gauntlet, the Kiting potential really just comes to light there. And you can see in these very long, extended team fights where people are engaging, re-engaging, coming in and out, it really shines.
And so beautiful play by them. You're seeing them now try to just sweep around the map. 5,000 gold puts GGU in the driver's seat here. And they're looking to start closing this game out. The Dragon under fire right here. Baron Nashor still 2 minutes left on the duration. And so GGU still gets to make some moves for a while. Where do they go after Dragon?
GGU with the double Zanyas too. So now they've got Baron buff. After the Dragon, heading right down this bottom lane. They aren't even going to split here with Jinte. They're just going to shove in on this one and it looks like they're going to put all their eggs here on Daydream and landing more hooks because it's been working so far.
It has. So the bottom lane, as you said, that's the place they're going to go. They are not split pushing. Again, repeating things you're saying because I like hammering them home. As the carpenter I am. GGU moving in towards his bottom inhibitor. Jackie, Voy, Rux, they're all there ready to defend. And GGU are playing as far back as they possibly could.
So we see Ward's going into the base of Curse here from Daydream, and he's setting up for a perfect hook here. The Destiny goes off from Jinte, even though they know where all of Curse is. Just checking, guys.
Wanted to make sure. Maybe he wanted to press E, the passive, and he slipped on the finger. And they're just kind of poking back and forth. But now, GGU feeling a little bit more aggressive. They're pushing in a little bit more. Saint takes some pokes. So does Cop. Voy is forced to defend in the base, so they're going to move in on this a little bit more. As the minions fall over, GGU have a little bit of a window of 5 versus 4. Cop also healing. They've got a window of 5 versus 3.
Don't Match Me taking a few hits on that turret, then Arcane shifting right back out. They're slowly chipping down at this one, and since Jinte burned that Destiny, they don't have the option now of sending him up to that top lane to split push.
Now, but 45 seconds still on Baron buff might give them enough room to push forward. They get one more wave after this one. Zion Spartan takes some poke. They go for the pull. Ooh, he gets a minion.
And they instantly kill that one. Great execution right there. Now try that with a champion.
Yeah, that's the taunt, though. It's like, hey, you see this minion? See this minion? It's going to happen to you. Bring it. And he's going to be, that's his smack talk, by the way, and personifying
the
Daydream.
death threats here from Daydream. And the downed inhibitor, though, means that the other lanes are going to constantly be pushing. Nintendude gonna take advantage of that, goes middle. He does have that paranoia, which is pseudo-global, enables him to get a turret, and they get a hook onto Jackie.
Oh my gosh, they burst him so low. Ezreal comes by as well. The Vlad ult, Jackie will fall over. They find one. Here they go. Zion Spartan under fire. He dodges the knockup from Saint, but Saint goes in the back line. They get another kill onto Cup. This is a 5 versus 3 team fight right now. Saint is alone. He's been sent under the turret, and we're going to have Vlad run away just alive. They're unstoppable now. Jinte gets the kill. This could be GGU making it to the finals as the inhibitor falls down. The Nexus under siege as well.
They're going in on the Nexus turrets. Now 3 members of Curse are down. This is going to be game over. GGU.
GGU putting on a clinic, taking them to school. The turrets are falling over. The champions are falling over. Good Game University are into the finals against Team Solo Mid.
We talked about how important the small adjustments are in these best of 3. GGU took the last game into consideration, picked up a couple of hard engages and some split pushers, and made Curse fall to the same strategy.
That was